Welcome back. This is the second part of the mid-module assessment, Unit 5 on geometry, and we are number 6. Let's get started. So it says number 6 is find the volume of a rectangular fish tank. Explain your thinking. Okay. This one's fairly easy. Again, we have length, and I'm going to go ahead and label what they are this time. Okay. So that's your length. 10 would be your width, and your height. Your height would be there. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go length times width times height. Again, you can do this in any order. And length is 45. Width is 10. And height is 20. Okay. So let's go ahead and multiply 45 times 10. So that's going to be 450. You just have to add a 0. It's pretty easy. Times 20. All right. So if we multiply 2 times 45, we're going to do the shortcut. So 2 times 45 is 90. Okay. So that's and then we're going to, we have two zeros, 1, 2. We're going to add 2 more zeros. And we have 9,000. 9,000, it's centimeters, and it's cubed, okay? All right, cubed. All right. Okay, so that's it. Explaining our thinking, we're multiplying the length times the width times the height. I don't know what else you could explain, but okay, let's do the second part. I'm going to have to erase it so I can move it. Okay, so it says if the fish tank is completely filled with water and then 900 cubic centimeters are poured out, how high will the water be? Well, if we start out with 9,000 cubic centimeters and we pour out or get rid of 900, that's going to be a subtraction problem. So we start out with 9,000. 9,000 is when it's full. And we will subtract, because we're going to dump out water. We're going to dump out 900. And that will become, 8,100. 1,100 cubic centimeters. So we'll write cm cubed. Okay. Okay, I'm going to check what we have below. So hold on, check it. Okay, we do have number 7. Okay, so that was number 6. Let's go ahead and move on to number 7. I'm going to have to get rid of all the work on here. So I'm going to do Alt-Z. Let's see something here. Alt-Z. Okay, there we go. And okay, here's the last problem. Okay. We have Juliet wants to know if the chicken broth in this beaker will fit into this rectangular food storage container. Explain how you would figure it out without pouring the contents in the container. If it will fit, how much more broth could be stored? Could the storage container hold? If not, how much broth will be left over? Okay, so first of all, 1 centimeter cubed is equal to 1 milliliter. Okay. So you also need to know this, okay? 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So as you can see in our broth, we have 2 liters. So we have 2,000 at least. And in between 2 and 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 dash marks. So I'm going to have to do a little math here. So if there's 2,000 2,000. There's 2,000 milliliters between 4 and 2. Okay, so between 4 and 2, there's 2,000. Okay, so I have 5 dash marks. So I would need to know what each of those dash marks is worth. So there's 5. So I'm going to take 2,000 and I'm going to divide it by 5. Okay, so I know what each one of those dash marks is. Okay, 2,000. That's 2,000. Sorry. Okay, there you go. So 5 goes into 20. 5 can't go into 2, but 5 can go into 24 times. Okay. So that's 0. And if we bring down a 0, it goes in. Sorry, that's an arrow. 0. And then we bring down the last 0, and it's 0. So each one of those dash marks is worth 400 milliliters. So we have 2,000 milliliters plus 400. So 2 liters is 2,000. So we have 2,000 at 2 liters plus 400. And that means that what we have is 2,400 milliliters. Now, remember that 2,400 milliliters is also 2,400 cubic centimeters. So keep that in mind. So that's 2,400 centimeters cubed. So we have 2,400 centimeters cubed for all this. Okay. I'm going to erase this. Okay. So if you need it, or want to look at it, just go ahead and copy it down. Okay. Okay. Now we need to know Okay, sorry. Okay, so next we have length times width times height for this storage container. So length times width times height. Okay, and that equals our area. So we got length is 20 times 7. All right, there we go. So I'm going to do the 7 times 15 first because I like to leave my zeros for the end. So if we do this, 7 times 10 is 70, and 7 times 5 is 35. So it's 105. Now you can do this on the side if you want. So let's do that. 15 times 7. And we have 7 times 5 is 35. Carry the 3. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. And that's what we got, 1 over 5. Now we're going to multiply it by 20. So remember, we're going to do 2 times 105. And we're going to add a 0 to that. So 2 times is 210. So 210 plus we're going to add a 0. Okay, 2,100. So it seems that we can only fit 2,100 cubic centimeters, and we have 2,400. Okay, so obviously we can't fit all of that into the square box. So that or the prism or the cube or whatever they want to call it. So 2,400. Let's do subtracting. We're going to take 2,400 and subtract the area we actually have. It's 2,100 and 0, 0, and then 3. So 300 cubic centimeters cannot fit in that. Okay. So that's the last of our videos for the mid-module assessment on Unit 5. Thanks for coming by. And if you have any questions of anything I did, please post comments or and let me know. Okay. All right. Thank you. The next video is going to be on the Unit 5 assessment. So I'm going to go over the assessment next. So stay tuned. Okay. Thanks a lot.